Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful week. As we prepare for Parshat Chayei, Sara, I'd like to share with you a brief insight from this week's Parsha about the power of kindness. There's a newspaper that's published in the Catskills, and every week they ask rabbis and political leaders and celebrities the same theoretical Jewish question, and the answers are always published together and very interesting to read. One week, the question that they asked their guests was, if you could have dinner with any three Jews from any point in Jewish history, who would you have that dinner with? And the rabbis in the group all said they would have dinner with Avram Avinu or Moshe Rabbeinu, Eliyahu Hanavi, Rav Akiva Eger, great-grandparents that they never had the chance to know. There were many great, interesting answers. But the best answer of them all came from Dovid Zatzal, who we lost just last week. When Rav Feinstein was asked that question, who would you invite to that meal? He answered very simply, I would invite 3 aniyim. I would invite 3 people who are hungry. In our Parsha this week, the Torah tells us that Eliezer goes on a mission to find a wife for Yitzchak. He's not just looking for a spouse. Eliezer is looking for the second matriarch of the Jewish people. It's a shidduch of biblical proportions. But he isn't looking for spiritual greatness. He isn't looking for a great theologian to be paired with Yitzchak Avinu. The Torah tells us he goes to a well and says, the woman that will offer me a drink, that will notice that my animals are parched and need some reprieve from traveling in the desert, the woman who is kind to us, Hi ha'isha asher hochiach Hashem leben Adoni, that is the woman that Hashem will prove is the right spouse for Yitzchak. In a week where we lost great intellects, from Alex Trebek, Lahavdil, to Rav Dovid Feinstein, to Chief Rabbi Sachs, so many of the great minds of our time that were associated with some of our greatest ideas. They're not just being mourned for their minds, but also for their hearts. They were kind and compassionate people, and the kindness and the compassion that they showed to others will live on along with their ideas for all the people they connected with in their lives. Hi ha'isha asher hochiach Hashem leben Adoni, that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu asks of us, not just to be the smartest, the brightest, or the most spiritual, but at the very least to do what we can to be kind to others. During the challenges of this pandemic, it's harder than ever to stay connected, and there are more questions than ever about what the future holds for us in the immediate and also down the road. But the best answer to most of these questions is to answer with kindness. Let's think together this week about how we can extend a hand, how we can extend some kindness to others. Offer for someone who may not go on their own to join you for a walk while the weather is good. Maybe there's someone in the community who doesn't expect it, but a small Hanukkah gift is something that they will remember for many years to come. Little gestures that we could do that will prove our deep connection and our responsibility and our compassion for others will go a very long way. Life in this moment is full of so many difficult questions, but to many of them, kindness is still the right answer. I want to wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos. We look forward to seeing you back at the RJC very soon.